everyone, Megan from Campus Rec. Thank you for tuning in for this week's episode of Nutrition Intermission. As promised, we are keeping it lighthearted for this week and talking about those snack boards. So they do have a couple of names that they go by right now. Things like charcuterie board, cheese plate, grazing board, snack board, brunch board, whatever you call it. It's basically just an eye-pleasing display composed of an array of bite-sized fun. I do have a few tips to offer you on what to include, and big spoiler alert, it's basically anything you want or have on hand. There's really no rhyme or reason to include or not include anything. This is also the perfect way to stay in and celebrate Halloween in a fun and festive way. And to start off with, I just want us to agree that we're going to keep it simple. I know you've likely seen some really elaborate snack boards on Pinterest or Instagram that are super eye-catching. And if that's in your wheelhouse, totally go for it. Do your thing. Have at it. But I do want to encourage our viewers that it's not always about the quantity of ingredients. You can choose 4 to 6 items that work well together, whether that's sweet or savory or a combination of both, and really have a great board to offer. So we're going to switch views so you can check out what I'm doing while I'm working. We're going to start assembling our snack board. So you're going to begin with a large base. So something like a plate, a platter, a cookie sheet, a cutting board, which is what I have, a tray, all of these will work. So the next thing I want you to think about is if you're going to use any type of dip, sauce, olives, nuts, or anything that might need a small bowl to keep it from rolling around. If you choose to have crackers or bread, you can definitely fan those out around the dip bowls. So I have a couple of bowls that I'm going to use some ramekins. So I've got some nuts, so I'll place that on one side, some olives as well, and then some hummus. So I've got those all set, and I am going to use a couple of crackers, and I also have some pretzels. So we're going to work with those next. I'm going to go ahead and grab some of those and place them on the board. We're just going to kind of corral them around this dip. Perfect. And I also have some pretzels, so we'll go ahead and work those in. Kind of in this corner. All right, so I don't have any cheese or any meat, but you could definitely arrange those groups in lines, circles, or waves on your board. And then you can fill in around those with color and texture with things like apples, citrus, berries, any kind of grapes, carrots, and celery sticks, or pickled vegetables. So to round this out, I have some carrots and some grapes. So we're going to add those in as well, add a little bit of color here into our board. Just have that kind of grouping. And then we'll round out with some grapes over here in this corner. Perfect. Gotta have some fruits and vegetables on there. All right, so you can see it definitely does not have to be complicated. If you are attempting your first board, I would definitely recommend keeping the ingredients grouped together, kind of how we've done it today. And once you try your hand at this a few more times and get a feel for how to display it, you can certainly loosen up and definitely get more creative. So remember that bite-sized is best, and you want to be able to pick up food that is easy to eat without a fork or a knife. So aim for 1 to 2 bites per piece. Replenishing your board can be made easy by keeping extra components stocked in the fridge that are already cut up and in containers. So when something runs out, you can quickly grab a dip, fruit or veggie, bread or cracker, and fill in the space. So here's our final check-in. Look at your board. Is it appetizing and accessible? Honestly, there's really no methodology that's wrong here. Your board is absolutely perfect. You are all set, and now it's time to enjoy the fruits of your labor. If you happen to take us up on some of these tips, please tag us so we can share your creations with our community. Thank you so much for tuning in for this week's episode. I greatly appreciate your time and had so much fun sharing with you. Have a great, fun, safe, and festive Halloween, and we will see you all next week.